Like, basically, this person wanted to reel you in to their issues. They wanted to pull you into their story. This person, they wanted to fight with you because one, you were their trigger. You are their trigger because you speak the truth. And your truth contradicts the lie that they are living. So, because your truth contradicts their lie, your truth triggers them. So, they come over here to the trigger and they start fighting their trigger. They start trying to change and control their trigger to stop speaking their truth and to come into agreement with their lie, to believe their lie, and to acknowledge their lie as truth when their lie is not the truth. Their lie is a lie. A lie cannot become the truth. A lie will always be a lie, and the truth will always be the truth. The truth cannot be a lie. They're trying to argue that your truth is the lie while their lie is the truth. They're trying to swap places. But a lie can only go so far because the truth sets a boundary. The truth sets a boundary line that in order for you to cross over to the other side of the truth, the side of the truth, you have to be truthful with yourself to make it to the other side. If you want to stand on the side of the truth, you have to be truthful with yourself. Now, this person does not want to be truthful with themselves. That is why they could not cross over to the other side of the truth, because they were not truthful with themselves. In order for you to cross over to the other side, it has to start with you. It had to start with them. But because they did not want to be truthful with themselves, they did not cross over to the other side of truth. They are not living in the truth. They are choosing to live a lie because they stayed on this, because they were not truthful with themselves. They stayed on the side of the lie, of the dishonesty, of the untruthfulness. And the reason why, and listen, that lie can only go so far because the truth has that boundary line, and the truth stands and is grounded and planted where it is. You cannot push it any further. You cannot try to push that truth back any further. Where it ends is where it ends. Where the truth lies is not lies, L-I-E, but lays. Where the truth lays, L-A-Y. Thank you. Because English words kind of sound the same, but they mean different things. But I promise you I'm not contradicting myself. But anyway, where the truth lays, where the truth is planted, is where it stays, is where it remains. And no lie can penetrate the truth. No lie can move the truth from where it is. Because once that truth is planted where it is, it can't be uprooted. That truth is going to stay planted. It's solidified. That's why people that are living a lie can only go so far, because once they get to where the truth is planted, where the truth is rooted, I like that word better, thank you, Spirit. Once they get to where the truth is rooted, they cannot go any further. So when people are living a lie, they're going to try to convince everybody else around them that what they're saying is factual, is truthful, is honest. But the more that they keep trying to push this false narrative, they're only going to get so far. It's only going to last for a certain amount of time. That duration is going to come to an end. It's going to only be temporary, because they will eventually be faced the truth. They can gaslight and lie their way through a long period of time. But once they face the truth, they can't go any further. And in order for them to get to the other side, they have to be truthful with themselves. That's where it starts first. But when people have been so comfortable living a lie for so long, when they've gotten away with living their life knowing that they've been living a lie, because no one else has really found out about what the truth really is, because the truth is in their past, and they walked away from their past a long time ago, and they left their past in the past, and they branched on, moved on, and just started, restarted their life in a new leaf, in a new area, a new environment, just as a new person, as a new version of themselves. But this version of themselves wasn't them. It was this false persona, this facade, this character that they were playing that resonates with the lie that they are living. They did not realize that they started living the lie when they were afraid to face their truth, when they were afraid to face their past, when they were afraid to face those inner demons, face those unpleasant feelings and emotions that they have from their past. They were afraid to face them. And because they were afraid to face them, they were afraid to face their triggers. They were afraid to face those inner demons. And when they were afraid to face those inner demons, they essentially were too afraid to heal and to overcome and to evolve. So they suppressed it, and they swept it on, they just brushed it under the rug. Didn't want to think about it. They put all of them skeletons in their closet, in the back of their closet, and tried to hide it, tried to act like it wasn't even there. And they were able to comfortably live a lie for a good period of time because the people around them only knew the current version of them. They didn't really know the past version of them. But your past is always going to come meet you in your present. Oh, thank you. Like in The Lion King, when Simba was off with Timon and Pumbaa from when he was a child all the way up into his early adulthood. Now he's a young adult, and he's thinking that he's murdered his father, or that he's responsible for his father's death. Maybe not murdered him, but he feels like he was responsible for his father's death. He's like, he didn't feel like, I'm sorry, it wasn't the murder part. He was like, it was my fault that my dad got killed. He was trying to save me. It was an accident. And yeah, sorry, it wasn't a murder. But I was thinking about how Scar murdered him, but whatever. Too many thoughts at once. But anyway, the same way that when Simba was off with Timon and Pumbaa living in the nature land, and then all of a sudden his past came to confront him. And who was his past? His childhood best friend, his girl, Nala. Nala was from the past that came to confront him in his present. And he knew it was Nala by the way that she fought him, because she could pin him down. And he was like, wait a minute, Nala, that's you? And then at that point, when the past was confronting him in his present, they're like, Nala's like, no, Simba, do you realize that, like, this is what's happening right now? Like, you need to know this. But you are still Mufasa's son. You are still heir to the throne. You are still next in line for the king. That is your birthright. Did you forget that? You need to go do what your birthright is telling you to go do. Come back. Don't think of going back to your past as, going back to who you once were. No, you're not who you once were back then. You're not little Simba. You're grown Simba now. Go back to your past to face it and confront it and save your people. Deliver your people. That was deliverance. Your past is going to come confront you in your presence so that you can have deliverance and remember who you are. The same thing, like he said, like Mufasa said, when he said, remember who you are. You know that scene in The Lion King where Simba's grown now and he's like, Father, I need you. Where are you? And then and then Mufasa, he comes from out the clouds, from out the heavens, and he goes, remember who you are. You have forgotten yourself because you have forgotten me. Remember who you are. Remember who you are and whose you are. Remember you are my child. You are the son of the king. Remember you are the next heir to the throne. Remember who you are. Lion King reference. So anyway, this person of yours that I'm talking about, they needed to remember who they are. They needed to remember where they came from. They needed to remember what they overcame and what they struggled with because that is what they have. That is the past that they have to face and confront and deliver.